Hello, my High Priestess Key family. This is High Priestess Key in the place to be for the one, the two, and the three. That's for the one is for knowledge, two is for the wisdom, and three is for the understanding, okay, of what I'm trying to bring to you today. Now today I'm doing the new moon energy, which is in what? Aries, okay. Y'all know I have to bring y'all what's in the true sky, what's in the true sidereal, okay? Although they may tell you guys something different, okay, in the Western, all right, but I have to tell you exactly what it truly is, family, okay, and I have to show you what it truly is as well, because a lot of people don't resonate with it, but not resonating with the true sidereal is not resonating with knowing thyself, truly, right? Because although that we have been programmed in certain ways for a long period of time, family, we must come out of being programmed in the Western way, right? And that goes with many things that the Western has taught us over time, which goes back to media, right? What they have given us to intake music, which they have put in our minds and our ears and our head. But I'm not going to get too much into that anymore. But I'll just rather show you what's in the sky as I normally do on these moon readings. I didn't get to do the crescent waning, which is still what we're in now until, well, we're probably in the new moon energy now because we're, about to be in it. Yeah, it's almost up for the crescent waning. This is my moon. App, but we're still in the crescent waning by 2%, so it'll be gone by this evening, and then we'll be in the full moon. Okay, I'm sorry, the new moon energy. Okay, but also what I do want you guys to be able to view is what's it truly in the sky, right? And so I'm going to show you guys that. So let me go ahead and get these pulled up so you guys can see what is truly in the sky, in the place to be. Okay. Um, so yeah, so let me pull this up for you guys because I always like to show you, right, and present to you what it is that is the truth, family. I don't want to. It ain't no need of me lying. You know what I'm saying? So let me just pull up what's truly in the sky for you, and this is based off of the true sidereal, right? And the verdict. And the verdict. All right. So let me pull them up so I'll have them up for you already. Okay. I took actual pictures of it, and I of each one of the signs, and then I'm gonna go over a little bit before I get into the cards. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the where we are right now with planetary alignment, right? Because I like to show y'all the planetary alignment, right? So this is the first one. Okay. So, okay, wait. Hold on, family. Hold on. That's Mars. But that does show you Mars is still in Cancer. Okay. As they've been telling people, Mars is in Gemini and it's not. Okay. As you can see here, the moon is right by Pisces. Okay. And it'll be closer to Aries later on this afternoon. It should be getting closer to it now. Yeah. Well, Pisces is before Aries. So, but that show you where the moon is sitting at. Let me move this out the way. Yesterday. This was yesterday. I took a picture of it. Okay, so I guess I can go back and take another picture of it in my own in the sky today to show you guys where the moon is actually at. Yeah, it's moved. Yeah, so it's coming up on Aries. Yeah, and I'm gonna snap this and show you guys some of what's happening so you can see time stamp, okay, what it is. Because I like to prove things, so you'll understand that I don't have to we don't have to lie, family, okay? We just want to be truthful in the message, all right? So I'm gonna show you some of the other ones too, okay? The moon. I'm gonna send this one to myself real fast because I took these the other day, so it's some movement. They move, right? It's planets, okay? So it's forever moving and changing, right? But anyways, what hasn't moved is that Saturn is still in Pisces. Venus is still in Pisces. As you can see, it's right here. Look how far the sun is. The sun is in Aries, where I'm going to show you guys that too. Mercury is still in Pisces. Look at all these planets that's in Pisces, family. And the Western will have you out of alignment. But this is why you're still feeling watery, emotional when it comes to communication, because Pisces is still in Mercury. Why you may still feel, energy in reference of, your dreams, because I've been dreaming a lot. This is why. Venus is even in Pisces. You see what I'm saying? So, family, your money could be flowing, okay, really nice right now. This is why, because it's still in that water. Venus and Jupiter is still in Taurus, is not in no Cancer. Okay. But I'm going to show you that too. So let me go ahead and pull up the rest of them to show you. Okay. Uh, Here's the other one. Okay, this is it. This is the sun. See, there's the sun in Aries. This was yesterday, just yesterday. And it's just getting to Aries. This show you the trickery of Western. But I just wanted to put it up on the screen. And don't look at this. This is the sky. Okay, if you look at a telescope and look out in the sky. I'm gonna give y'all this every moon reading, because I've been wanting to reiterate it so you understand to just go and look at it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Go look at it yourself. I don't have to tell you. I mean, I don't, anyways. So the sun is just coming to Aries, right? This is timestamp. Uranus and Jupiter is in Taurus. It gives you like the little depiction, but it's doing that so you'll know where it's at in the sky. Okay. And then because in the Western they tell you something different. Okay. And this is still another depiction of what I was trying to tell you. Now, let me go back to what I sent myself in reference of the moon, because that's what we're on today, right? We're on the moon. So let's go ahead and get this moon. Um, why didn't it send it to me? Did it not send it? Oh, there it go. I'm tripping. I hadn't even sent it to myself yet, family. Okay, so it's coming through now. But yeah, family. So right now um, we're still showing that the moon is near Pisces, but still close to Aries. So tomorrow it'll be directly in Aries, and what time it'll be there? It'll be there at 3:30 to Eastern time. Okay, it'll be the new moon will be in Aries. All right, in the true sidereal, and Mars is in Cancer. You see that, right? See where Gemini is up here? This was yesterday. Look how far Mars is from Gemini, family. And that's telling you in the Western that it's already here. That's to get you out of alignment. You see what I'm saying? When you don't know where the planetary alignment is, then you don't know how to handle what's happening. You don't know how to function. We function off of that energy, family. You understand what I'm saying? So let me pull up this one to present to you the other file to show you how close. Um, See, look at this is today, 120. Okay. This is today. So this is showing you in the sky. Okay. Proof. Look at where the moon is. You're going to be in Aries tomorrow, but the sun is sitting right there on Aries, family. Pisces is back here. See where the Mercury and Neptune is? Because remember, it's Pisces and then Aries, right? Is where they look, where it's depicted in the sky. Okay. And then over here we have Taurus. Taurus is right here with Uranus, but Jupiter has left the most of Taurus. It's kind of like sitting in the middle of Taurus and Gemini with Jupiter, right? But Jupiter will be in Gemini very soon, okay? But I'm speaking on today the new moon, okay? The new moon will be in what? Aries, okay? The sun is in what? Aries, and it's still April 26th. But although the Western telling you it's in Taurus, Taurus way over here, family. The sun ain't even nowhere near Taurus yet. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So back to it, family. All right, back to it. I just always have to give you guys that. I always got to tell you the truth. I got to deliver the message with the truth. The energy of what we're dealing with right now um, when it comes to uh, the moon in Aries. Aries is known as in the spiritual astrology, Aries. What do we know about Aries? Aries is in the spiritual astrology, Aries is the karma, okay? The law of cause and effect is the universal law for Aries. So if we have a new moon that is going to bring in some type of cause and effect, and can also be around some type of karmic situation, or it could be that you learned something around karma, okay, around this new moon, is what you need to pay attention to. Aries is the messenger of greed. So we may see some things in reference of people being very greedy, trying to usher in things to themselves because of greed. All right. What we also need to understand with Aries energy is that it's about having discernment, using discernment. A lot of Aries have the gift of discernment, but we know Aries is also a fire sign. So it's very aggressive, it's very passionate, it's fire element. Okay. We know that Aries is in all these signs with Pisces. So that's water and fire. So we get steam, right? So it's a lot of things that will bring that energy as well, right? Um, but not only that, in the spiritual astrology, um, Aries is connected to Neptune, which Neptune is definitely about, karma as well. Okay. But it also goes back to a little piece of Sag. Okay. So we have all these different planetary alignments within this Aries energy with this new moon family. Yes, the new moon in Aries will signifies like new beginnings, where the new moon brings in new things and all of that. Yes, but I must give you the real deal spiritual astrology that a lot of people are not going to be able to bring to you, because this is messages from the ancestors. Okay. They're just going to give you the underlying that is, to usher in beginnings and all this stuff. Yeah, right now you're going to be extra energized and piped up, because what is Aries? Aries always are very fiery, right? You're passionate about whatever you're going to do. You're determined. You're fired up. You got the fire beneath your belly. You moving quick. You're doing what you got to do. Aries are easy to pop off though. So that karma could bring just that, very aggressive with somebody's mouth, because Aries goes back to throat chakra, which is also Neptune energy, which is also coming in with this new energy that we're feeling, right? So be careful with people popping off, okay? And then going left. Okay, don't get in any arguments, don't get in any fights with folks, because that's what the ancestors is saying with this new moon in Aries. Okay, you got to be very understand the realms ancestors is saying. It's a good time to wear bright colors. That's why you see me with the orange and the yellows and the things like that. Wear bright colors. Right now, the crystal in reference to what you should be utilizing would be our citrines, right? Sapphire, okay? Bright colors in even clear quartz, right? Um, other crystals, garnet, right? Quartz, like I said. These are the crystals that you want to be utilizing. Also, let me give you the other crystals too, because I like to give y'all a abundance of different things to utilize during this new moon. Okay, and some of the new moons, I've told you guys some of the same crystals, but today I'm moving a little different with which way I'm telling you. Yeah, so not only that, you can utilize malachite, okay, and apatite. Okay, the new moon is about new beginnings, yes, and creating on taking something or doing something different. Okay, so right now it's about that. As Aries, it is a spirit of starting new projects, starting new jobs, setting new intentions, clear and concise, being concise with your intentions and what you want to usher in. Your desires need to be very specific, okay, because you're lighting something on fire. Right now is a good time to do fire magic. Okay, if you're into that, burn your incense. Should be dandelions and things. You can utilize that herb as well. But the other herbs to use in reference of this time right now is I love, right, to use frankincense and things like that. Fiery energy, dragon blood, things that are fiery element, right? But also right now is a time in reference of making decisions, taking action on things. You have that support from the universe, from from the law of cause and effects. What you cause will be an effect for your future, but that's a duality in itself. So be careful of what you're causing, the plants, the seeds that you're planting, because it's going to come into fruition, whether you put out that good seed or not. You see what I'm saying? If you put out a good one, then that's what you're gonna get back, because it's karmic. But if you put out some negative, that's what you're gonna get back. And that goes in reference of what you express, what you speak. Okay. So, and this is also the things that we'll see happening around us. All right. This element also goes back to you embracing launching your business, moving into that new idea that you've been waiting on or procrastinating about. Now is the time. Reflect upon areas that you've been wanting to do or bring into fruition or to take action on or to transition into. Right now is a very transactional time. Okay. This comes back to not being lazy. That's the vices of an Aries, right? We was just talking about, people who talk a lot but don't put the action behind it. Aries can be just either that or either they do it, right? It's no in between for them, right? And don't be biased, don't be judgmental during this time, because that's another trait that comes in. Okay, be very careful and make sure you getting out. You enjoying getting fresh air, getting out in nature, doing these things right now, because that's also another Aries trait. They like to be out and do things, right? Very high vibes, right? Love and things like that, right? Is with Aries. But not only that, try to not be in fear, because fear will be high, 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 because Aries in the spiritual astrology goes back to Phobos energy, which is also about fear. But also remember too, not to get tangled up also with low vibrational people, okay? And especially men, okay? For my women out there. And with that, also that energy is all about right now you praying and meditating, doing those normal things with your spiritual hygiene you should be doing already if you're here, okay? And if you're near, and if you don't know, now you know, right? That's why I'm bringing you the 1, 2, and the 3, right? In the spiritual astrology and this in this supreme mathematics. All right, which I've taught many of years ago, right? It's all on. I have a full video of supreme mathematics with the ladder broken down on my Patreon. Okay, okay. So showed you the videos of the sun. Okay, I've definitely showed you that, right? Where the sun is really gonna be in Aries family. Okay, I'm sorry, the moon. I'm sorry, the moon, right? At 3:30 tomorrow, which today is the 26th. Okay, so we haven't gotten there yet, right? So I showed you that. I told you the energy. I gave you the new moon energy. I gave you some herbs. I gave you some crystals to use. You should be using fire magic and water, okay? In your rituals, fire and water, okay? Reason why I say water, Pisces, right? Because we still got plenty of planets, Venus, Neptune, Mercury, right? You've seen it, right? Saturn, all right? So let's pull a small message from the answers, because I didn't want it to be this long, but I didn't have to pull any cards to give you the message of this new moon, right? Sometimes I can just tell you just based off of the spiritual astrology, the ladder, and so forth, all right? So let's get into the cards and see what the divination is in reference of this new moon. And today my readings, I done did personal readings all today, family. My personal readings today been off the chain, okay? So I know the ancestors is stepping in and stepping out, okay? It's showing out, okay? Come through, ancestors, in reference of this new moon in Aries that we know is coming in on tomorrow, the 27th, ancestors, and allow us to know based off of this lunar phase, what is it that we need to know? Ancestors said embrace personal changes. And look what fell, Mother Earth. Okay, Earth fell. So it's a good time of healing. It's a good time of tapping in at this time of going through healing. It's a good time in reference of the mothers as well, Mother Earth. Okay, and also earthly element is what the ancestors is trying to tell us as well. So I was thinking fire and water only, but ancestors is throwing out earth. So tap in with your herbs, tap in with your earthly things. I already told you about, your incense and so forth, although that's air, but tap in with that, family. It's also a time in reference of healing and love. Okay. Let's see what else the ancestors want us to know about this new moon. Okay. So I'm going to take that because the ancestors don't throw out stuff for no reason. So that's what I'm going to take. Yeah. Yeah. Now is the time in reference of relationships will be highlighted right now. Relationships will be highlighted. The gibbous waxing took a very prominent time right now in our planetary alignment. So whatever was happening to you in the gibbous waxing, which was full moon energy, that is still here. So it's like giving that transformation, that change, right? And the ancestors is showing us there's going to be a lot of transformation. There's going to be a lot of changes. Okay. And what is showing is going to be a lot of legal situations that'll come up that we're going to see. Because let me tell you the signs that are here that may be affected very strongly by this new moon. If you have any of these signs in your chart, it may resonate with you very strongly. But of course, Earth goes back to Leo. I have Virgo here, okay, and I have Leo. hmm Leo and Virgo very strongly around this full new moon, okay. Um, I'm sorry, Gemini and Leo, like I said, yeah. So Gemini too, okay. Um, yeah, all right. Um, yeah. Okay, so back to the message, right? So the message at hand, right, is what the ancestors is saying. Let me double check behind myself. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. My fault. And Taurus is here. Yeah. All right. So um Taurus is also about being inspired to do something, which goes back to that Aries energy that I told you guys. So some of you are going to be very inspired with this new moon to do some things, to make some things happen for you, for yourself. Okay. And inspired in reference of a new relationship, new love coming in, inspired in reference of taking care of some things, also some legal things that may pan out for the collective, for yourself, if you're going through some type of legal situation. That could be in the court of law. That could be some type, any type of, it's like get the justice card, okay? The ancestors is saying it's some type of reward in that, or you're going to win, right? Um, I'm definitely seeing in reference of highlighting the negative that there will still be some changes that may be occurring amongst the collective for this new moon that we'll see. It'll be a lot in reference of, like I said, transformation and change. It'll be a lot in reference of us being able to see people's karma come back in reference of what they need to know. Right now, what's happening is just some things that will be happening in your life, family, that will just be around for a short period of time. So if you are moving into something new or some type of situation that is brand new for you, the overall energy is that whatever's happening right now is happening for a short period of time. So if you're going through a relationship problem, it's going to just happen for a short period of time. And that makes sense with this new moon in Aries. Aries is fire. So fire is always about lighting the fire, but it don't stay long, right? Especially with that water that puts it out, right? And that's that Pisces energy on top of that, right? So we have to look at all the planetary alignment and where it sits at this time. But the energy that we have right now is definitely coming out about a short period of time. So what could be a short period of time? Relationships, um, situations around you, going through some type of situation that's not making you feel comfortable at this time. Transformation and change. Okay. If it's been some changes that may have not, you felt that didn't work out for you in some shape, form, or fashion, especially relationships with married people, mothers and fathers, relationships with married people, there could be some type of situation that goes wrong, like, you know, adultery, and, you can see a lot of divorces. And we can see some relationships that end quickly right now, okay, with what I'm getting, what I'm picking up, and what the ancestors is showing me based off of the ladder. That could be the transformation. That could be the quick, swift change, okay? That could be what you're trying to make a decision on or make a determination, and it looks like it's going to happen, Like it's going to be a major determination. It's going to be some interruptions and it's going to be some interventions, like I always say, okay, because that's here too. But what the ancestors is saying is that there's going to be a lot in that in reference of, you know, people having to deal with their living conditions, your physical needs. You know, what is it that the ancestors want us to know about that? It's like you may have you may have something change in your life, but it may be for your better. It's going to be for your greater good. Okay, because it's like that transformation that comes with this gibbous waxing energy is the transformation that is telling you to be confident and have courage. It's also in our law of compensation. So right now, it feels like the money situation for the majority of people is going to be leveling up. You're going to have helpful situations, helpful people. Things are going to be beneficial for you right now in reference of this new moon. Okay, you should use rosemary as well. In reference of another herb. I told you clear quartz and smoky quartz as well. And even with that malachite, use pyrite, right? This is the new moon. So you want to usher in things of positivity. And make sure you're speaking and talking and working with the angels, ancestors, and just all of your spirit guides. Work with them. This is a wonderful time all the time anyway. But marriage is coming up very strongly, and fertility. This is a high fertility time. So if you're not trying to have any children, you better wrap it up, because high fertility and a big, big, big emphasis on marriages. It looks like a lot of divorces, but also a lot of marriages as well. People coming together, but also, it's definitely some things coming up here. Mothers, please check on your mothers, work with your mothers. If they're here in the physical, you may be a mother. It may be something highlighted with that, as well as if your mother is in the spiritual, that will be highlighted for you as well around this new moon. Okay. Also, medicine, like be careful of the medicine that you're taking. Any medicine that may be given, you want to make sure you're paying attention to what it is that you've been given. You're going to have to make a lot of sacrifices around the living conditions at this time, is what the ancestors is also saying for a lot of you. And this could go in reference of a relationship situation, like I told you about, relationships. And even if you aren't married, it's some type of situation around relationships, big time. Okay. But remember, ancestors tell us all the time that, you can do whatever you want to do, whatever you desire, but you must put good intent and good effort towards it. And with this Aries energy, that's what is needed. Okay. But, you got to be mindful. And you got to be able to take into consideration the things that you truly desire and make it happen for yourself. Okay. Because the ancestors is truly showing it, and be confident and have courage. And no, but everything is not meant to last a long time. Some things are meant to last for a short time. And that's the energy that we have here, family. All right. So much love to you. All right. I hope this comes in reference of a message for you. I showed you everything that there is to show you in reference of the new moon in Aries. This is a true sidereal reading. Okay. I always read in true sidereal and inverted, because I resonate more of with the truth and reality. All right. A lot of people still may have a hard time grasping that. But if you really tap in with your ancestors, they'll let you know that they're always trying to bring us out of alignment, okay, with what it truly is. And remember, the first ancient ancestors was always in reference of the ancient Eastern way, not Western. That's why we are always in turmoil in the Western, because it's truly Western is the patriarch, the Eastern is the matriarch, and we're truly ruled by the matriarch. Look it up for yourself. Do your own research, family. But much love to you. This is High Priestess Key checking off for the new moon in Aries. I love you guys. Peace. Hit the like button. I'll see you soon. Peace.